Are you tired of playing by the rules? Tired of feeling like you're always chasing, always calculating your next move, just to get a woman's attention? The world tells you to use tricks and lines, but you know that isn't you. It's exhausting, and it feels fake. Now forget all of that. What if I told you the secret to attracting the woman you admire isn't about chasing her, but about making her want to enter your world? This isn't a game you need to win. It's a kingdom you need to build. And in that kingdom, you are not the hunter, you are the prize. In this video, I'm not giving you cheap magic tricks. I'm giving you the blueprint to build the most high-value version of yourself. A man whose attraction comes naturally, not from effort. Let's start that journey together. What's the first and most important stone in your kingdom? It's not money or looks, it's something deep inside, self-worth. Picture a lighthouse. It doesn't scream or chase after ships. It simply stands firm and tall and shines its light. The ships are naturally drawn to it for direction and safety. True confidence works the same way. It isn't about shouting to the world how great you are. It's the quiet, powerful energy that radiates from you when you genuinely know your own value. A woman isn't attracted to a man who is trying to prove himself. She is attracted to a man who has nothing to prove. Your confidence tells her, my world is whole and amazing with or without you. But it would be even better if you joined. Stop looking for validation in her eyes and start finding it in the mirror. Why are diamonds so valuable? Why do people desire limited edition items? Because they are scarce. Human beings are wired to want what they cannot easily have. This isn't about pretending to be busy. This is the natural result of actually having a life. When you have passions, goals, and friendships, your time automatically becomes a valuable asset. You can't always be available because you are busy building your empire. The fact that you don't reply to a text immediately isn't a game. It's because you were focused in an important meeting, lost in a workout, or absorbed in a good book. This scarcity isn't ignorance. It's respect for your own life. When your time and attention become a privilege, others will work to be worthy of it. Remember, you are a limited edition. Don't act like a mass-produced item. The most attractive man isn't the one who is perfect. He is the one who never stops pursuing a better version of himself. Think of yourself as a masterpiece in progress every single day. You have the chance to carve away a flaw, sharpen an edge, and reveal the greater form hidden within. Constant improvement intellectually, physically, and spiritually is the most powerful signal of your ambition. It sends a clear message: I am better today than I was yesterday, and I will be even better tomorrow. A woman isn't just drawn to your achievements. She is fascinated by your upward momentum. Stagnation is the enemy of attraction. When you show the world that you are a lifelong project, you become an inspiration. People want to be around to see how magnificent the next chapter of your masterpiece will be. Never allow yourself to become stagnant. In the jungle, what animal is the loudest? It's rarely the lion. A lion doesn't need to roar to prove it's the king. Its presence, its walk, its very silence communicates its power. This is the core difference between confidence and arrogance. Arrogance is the loud, empty armor of insecurity. It boasts, it brags, and it needs constant attention to feel valid. True confidence, on the other hand, is humble. It comes from a deep understanding of your own worth, so it needs no advertising. Your actions and your aura are the only statements you need to make. A truly confident man doesn't put others down to lift himself up. He is so secure that he can freely celebrate the talents of others. This combination of internal strength and humility creates an irresistible pull. It shows you are in command of your world without needing to dominate it. Be the lion, not the chihuahua that barks all day. Imagine you meet two men. One can only talk about his job. The other is a new discovery every time you meet. He can tell you about his recent hiking trip, analyze a classic film, or share his excitement about a new business venture. Who do you want to learn more about? A man with passions is like a book with many chapters. He isn't just a name or a job title, he is an entire world. Passion shows you have a source of energy and purpose that exists outside of a relationship. You aren't looking for someone to complete you, because your life is already full. When you speak about what you love, your eyes light up, and your energy becomes infectious. It makes you interesting, unpredictable, and always new. A woman is drawn to a world she wants to explore. Give her a great book to read, not a one-page flyer. A river carves through stone not with brute force, but with persistent, natural flow. True attraction works the same way when you try too hard. You're using the force of a matchstick. It burns intensely for a moment, but it's unsustainable and leaves behind a feeling of desperation. Actions born from insecurity always feel forced. The over-the-top compliments, the expensive gifts given too soon, the constant need for contact. They all scream one message: I don't believe I am enough on my own, so I need to use these things to compensate. Let things happen naturally. The real charm is in the perfectly timed smile, the comfortable silence, the clever, playful tease. It comes from you simply being you, nothing more, nothing less. When you stop trying to impress, you become impressive. Let the connection form organically, like a river finding its path to the sea. Don't try to create a flood. A true man doesn't just listen with his ears, he listens with his entire being. To be emotionally attuned doesn't mean you are emotional. It means you are the conductor. You understand the melody behind her words, you hear the low notes hidden in her smile, and you feel what her silence is trying to say. Women often communicate on multiple emotional levels. If you only hear the surface of her words, you're missing the entire symphony. When she says, "I'm fine," are you perceptive enough to notice the slight tremble in her voice when she's quiet? Do you have the patience to create a safe space for her to share, instead of rushing to fill the silence? This attunement also applies to you. Understanding your own emotions stops you from reacting impulsively. You don't let anger or insecurity run the show. You are the conductor, not the instrument being played by your feelings. This is one of the deepest, most magnetic qualities because it builds a connection on a soul level. A master chef creates an incredible dish from the purest ingredients. An amateur relies on artificial flavors to hide a lack of quality. In relationships, psychological games are those toxic. Artificial additives, acting distant, making her jealous, sending mixed signals. They might create a temporary flavor, but they ultimately leave the bitter aftertaste of distrust and manipulation. Honesty is the master recipe. It may not be flashy, but it's nourishing and sustainable. Be direct about your intentions. Be clear about your feelings. Respect her boundaries. This transparency isn't weakness, it's a sign of immense strength and self-respect. It says, "I am confident enough in who I am that I don't need to wear a mask or play tricks." A relationship built on a foundation of games is a house of cards. It will collapse at the first sign of trouble. Instead, build a fortress of trust. It might take longer, but it will last forever. The sun doesn't force the planets to orbit around it. It simply exists, radiating light and warmth, and its immense gravity naturally pulls everything in. Your positive energy is that sun. When you walk into a room, do you bring light or shadow? Are you the person who makes others feel lighter, happier, and more hopeful, or the one who spreads complaints and doubt? Happiness is a choice, and it's powerfully contagious. The man who is the source of his own joy becomes a magnet. Everyone wants to be near his warmth. This doesn't mean you have to be smiling all the time. But it means that even in hardship, you look for solutions, not just problems. You practice gratitude, you lift others up. When you become a source of joy, you don't just attract women, you attract better opportunities, better friends, and a better life. Be the sun. They say, don't judge a book by its cover, and that's true. The content inside is what truly matters. But let's be honest, a beautifully designed cover is what invites you to discover the story in the first place. Valuing your appearance is the same. It isn't about vanity. It's about showing respect for the great content you hold within. A neat haircut, clean clothes that fit well, a pleasant scent. They don't define who you are, but they are your introduction. They are a non-verbal statement that says, I care about myself and I respect you enough to present my best. When you take the time to look sharp, you're signaling discipline and self-respect. Your confidence increases. The way you walk, stand, and make eye contact becomes more powerful. Don't try to be a supermodel, just be the best presented version of yourself. Let your cover be worthy of the great story it contains. A life without adventure is a map that's already been completely filled out. Every road is known, every destination is predictable, it's safe, but it's boring. The man with an adventurous spirit carries a map with blank spaces. He is an invitation to the unexpected. Adventure isn't just about skydiving or exploring jungles. Adventure is trying a new restaurant instead of the usual spot. Adventure is taking a spontaneous drive to the countryside on a weekend. Adventure is being willing to learn a new skill. Even if you fail at first, it is curiosity, playfulness, and the ability to find magic in the ordinary. A woman doesn't want a pre-written script. She wants a co-author to write new chapters with. When you have an adventurous spirit, you promise a life that will never get old. You become the most exciting story she has ever been a part of. Life is a storm. There will be chaos, turbulence, and uncertainty. In the middle of that storm, a woman looks for shelter. The high-value man doesn't try to stop the storm. He is the eye of the storm. Being her calm anchor means that when her world is spinning, your world remains stable. When her emotions are raging, your calmness is a steadying presence. Your stability isn't a lack of feeling, it is strength. It gives her the safe space to be vulnerable, to let her guard down without fear of judgment or causing you to panic. Your composure under pressure is the most powerful promise you can make. No matter what happens, I am here. We will get through this together in a chaotic world. A man who can be a source of peace for the woman he cares about is the most attractive and reliable man of all. He is her safe harbor. A legendary blade isn't made in a single casting. It is forged in fire and hammered 1,000 times, folded over and over to remove every impurity, leaving a core of unbreakable steel. Loyalty is that forging process. This is the ultimate quality, the crown of a king, the foundation of any fortress. Loyalty is not just the absence of cheating. Loyalty is defending her honor when she is not there. Loyalty is standing by her when she is at her worst. Loyalty is choosing her again and again, even when other, easier options exist. When a woman knows, without a single doubt, that she has your unbreakable loyalty, she will give you the most precious gift she has, her complete trust. All walls will come down. All insecurities will vanish, because she knows she has found the one person who will never give up on her.